Hello, monkey. Hello, fellow. Alright. We concepted yesterday and found out that status effects are rather complicated. But we have to start somewhere. So here we are. We have to make this work somehow. Let's see, I did write down what it needs to do, which is not that important, but still worth keeping in our eye. But first off, we need to go into blueprints, abilities. This is where we will put anything status effect related in. This one. Now, we were considering many things like, okay, if it hits, does it damage, etc, blah blah blah. And I think we should just do the application here. So, calculate status effect, apply or something? Now, question is, what do we need to send through it? Ability info, would I even be able to get the target? Oh my god. This goes only to that, So maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should make array and do this instead. And then we have to think. Do we need more information besides this? Do we use this anywhere else? Oh my god. Okay, this needs to be multiplied now by the defender's value. So we get this thing from this curve that gets the difference from the levels. So if there's a 100% difference, it's a value of 1. Else, if it's a 0 difference, it's 0.5. And if we have like minus 100 difference, it's a 0 chance. Currently. And then, depending on the caster, we also reduce it. Now we have to add the ability's power to make this, and this power now needs to be added in a certain way that it can be small, medium, or large. I would assume it doesn't matter when to multiply these things, but should we agree on something here? Hello, Scene! Oh god! Hello, Raiders! Hello, hello! What's going on? I'm making status effect system. Dentist, please take care of your biters, man. Always floss, like monkey. Just a checkup. Ah, good. My checkup is in I think 2 months. Also, next week I will be in Gamescom. I can't wait! Ah! Nah. Yes. I'm calling it actually Games Combat because Ace Combat will be there, and I love Ace Combat. So two of my favorite things will be in that convention. Should I just divide? Or multiply by 0.1? Yeah, the UI, right? Or what do you mean interesting use? Ah, that one, yes. Did you see the clouds this time? They made it more insane. I'm not sure if they're using their own system now. You should. It's amazing. Maybe the what is it called? The aircraft showcase one, which is one of the newest trailers. So we can say power 10, which would make this a 1. But what do we want to multiply this to be normal again? Let's see. So we said we get only 1/4 of whatever the difference is, which will give us this thing, if the defender's level is 100. So if we have 100 versus 100, we will get a 0.5 here, and then that will be reduced by 4, or divided by 4, which is 0.125. And to make that now 0.5 again, we would need to multiply it by 4 if we do a large attack. So this thing should be 1, 10, 20, and 40, I would say. And then of course we add the resistance. Now the resistance was minus 0.25, so we have to think about this. Maybe we have to reshape this benefit thing. Right here. So currently the resistance is 0.25, which is probably just 1 minus or plus this thing. If it's minus, we just have a resistance of 0.75, which is multiplied the counter of what I want. Since this is the chance. Okay, so this is a resistance, but we are working with a chance here. So for sure what we have to do is 1, is add this to 1 to make sure we have the actual multiplicator, and then we have to inverse it, I think. Right? I think this needs to be minus to make it right the other way. So if you have minus 0.25 resistance, that should be plus 1.25 here to make whatever this is go higher. Right, like this. And then we can just multiply this on top. And then we should have the chance of this status effect to apply. Is there anything else that I need to consider? Like, we have the element side benefit, we have the stat difference, we have the defender's stat bonus, and the ability's power level, which should be 10, 20, or 40 in this case. You could even play with it around there, but doesn't matter that much. Now we need to roll on this. So if I have a chance of 6, that means I need to a chance of 0.6, then my roll needs to be under 0.6 to be able to be considered. So if I make a random float in a range, maybe even to just make it sure that it's between 0 and 1. Now we need to say that this number is below or equal whatever is calculated here. If yes, we apply it. Oh, hold on. Just a sec. Almost back. And back. All right. Now we can apply the status effect, but now we come to the second problem. The status effect here, we just add it here with a severity and so on, and with a name. Maybe we need more information here. What do you mean you were gone for so long? Are you sarcastic here? I was gone for, I don't know, 10 seconds. Is this important? Probably. Status effects. Does magic always hit silent though? You might be sarcastic. Watch it, buddy. You're at bite distance. Here's the temporal stat. And we could add whatever's in there, but we also want to refresh, etc. if there is already a stronger one. And that's the problem, isn't it? We don't even know how strong it is. Make. Oh, there is a severity here. Okay, never mind. So we have a severity, we have rounds remaining, we have a payload. We don't have a complete name, we have just the name here. Which could be enough. Of course. Now, how do we know how much round remaining to add here? Where do we get that info? Not from here. Do I add it into additional data? I could. And then just parse it. One thing I want to make sure now is, do I take the status effect and put it in here? If yes, why not make this a status effect itself? I mean, let's think this way. Will I have multiple poisons? No, right? Even then I could have them in the enum, that's different poisons. I think this map should be keys as status effect and values as whatever this is. And this thing needs a name. Just in case, maybe. But how would I even enter that name? Should I? We already have the key to infer the name or the information about the status effect. Oh boy. I feel like magic should always hit silence. Let's save everything before everything breaks. Because if I change this, it will change it in every single thingy. What is this? Temporal stat struct. Which should be in here. Is it this one? You have two. That could be whatever it is. Status effects enum. There we go. Ta-da! Which means the status to clear needs to be a status effect too, no? Speaking of, when does the status clear even hit? Because we do have rounds remaining. Oh, of course, if we get hit and stuff, right? We still need the status effect to be there in the rounds and just get cleared in the resolve. Oh god. Is that all? I wonder. It seems to start, but you never know how the compile stuff works with the caged things. Like this. What does this warning? Why do we do this? Contains is the wrong word here. It's more like, is the confusion being used? Check for status effect. This makes no sense. Oh no. Like, we are checking confused, but check for status effect doesn't work with... Oh my god. This is bad. This should be called check for confusion. So we don't even need this. And this needs a refactor, I think. And if not, we just add it, right? All right. I think with this we should have the status effect apply function, but only in code, not in animation. And it doesn't even do anything. We just have a tag in our little temporal stats that there is a status effect, but it's not getting read and doesn't do anything. Like if there is sleep in there, the ARPling doesn't sleep currently. That apply would need to happen in the animation part. where we update everything on hit maybe. I'm still not sure about this part, by the way. But whatever. So right now we're clamping this, which is probably fine, but if we have stats that go very far high, we are now stuck with 0.25, which is probably okay, because we don't want to overly nerf things. Just need to play with the numbers when we feel like that status effects are not effective anymore, I guess. Then again, this is only here because of the attack strength, to nerf them further we go, to make them less effective. It's also funny, isn't it? You have a payload. Also, should the effect of the status effect, like the animation of the status effect, show how severe the status effect is? Like light poison versus heavy poison? Which means we would need to update on the severity here. And it is a float here. I don't even know if that's the correct way to do this. Severity would be just levels. It could be an integer. It could be even just an enum. Just a... Alright, before I continue, oh, interesting, the first time I do it inversed colored. Maybe I should do it always like this. Then again, I don't know how the red will look like. We will see just in a sec. Maybe it's fine. Anyway, be right back, monkey. Monkey's back. So, hopefully this works. In order to make this always hit, we just need to make this always true, and we can test the rests. Thank you. The magic itself needs this now. So, these don't matter. Now we go to our ability. Make a child. And move it to air. We need to name the attacks though, but this is a magic multi something. Magic multi stat S. How do we call this one here? Ability names. Phony it is. I don't know what to write here. What did we code? No, severity is just for the thing. So it is completely up to us what to take there. So we could even go with integers here actually. Maybe I should change this to integer. And then we could say 1, 2 or 3. Yeah, let's go to integer. It makes no sense. But where do I do it? Not here. And this needs more thoroughly look here. Thoroughly? Is it rounds or round? Rounds. How long should they sleep if we put it in? The round they are in will count as minus. And then the next rounds, they should sleep, but at the end wake up, so say 2 rounds. Okay, now we could check if we can apply this. How do we do this? Do we even need to do anything? This is already happening, no? The info comes from here. All we have to do is the animation sets, etc. But that doesn't matter right now. Just want to see what happens in the code. So let us see what's happening. We need to apply this to the ARP links. Air. Air, air. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, this is inheritance, never mind. Alright, and with this We have an ability for every element, but we still need to implement the air. We have some errors. It's the old system though. Okay, we are breaking our old system with this, but that's fine, I don't care. Funny enough, we always used integer for everything already. So I really don't care what happens here. Don't care. Even this is the old one. Truncate. All right. Bye-bye. Let's see. So, we are in here. Cast with 100. Ability is here. Air 10. Sleep. Severity and rounds. Good. So we got a 5 in here, which is 5 versus 100. This will be extremely bad for them. This needs to be true now, right? There's no way it would fail. 0.38 was rolled. This is 0.9 already. We multiply that with almost a 1. Then with a 1. And then we reduce it because this guy has this thing. What is this guy anyway? How is health not in debug? Orpling 9. Who is Orpling 9 right now? Fire. That guy should be resistant. So now we check this thing, which should give us severity and rounds. Severity is 1. Rounds is 2. And from here, we check if we already applied, which will be false, and just add it down here. So yes, we have it now in the map, I assume, which we can in a moment check with tools here. What are we looking for? Are playing FE, probably 9. Temporal and sleep. There it is. It has it. So it can be applied. That's good. Now that the status effect is in there, we need to now check in the right positions for this thing to work. What? This is bad. How do I get them back? Oh, there we go. So now we have to look in multiple places. First, in the animation part, we need to make sure this guy, this ability gets cast. We need to make sure that it is represented in the UI Oh, that will be interesting how to do that. It also always needs to be in front of the camera, right? Like never behind the thumbnails. Or I can probably just go into the UI of the thumbnail and just activate it. Just mix it in. Would be better probably. Okay, so multiple things to do. Apply animation. Apply UI. Check sleep status for action. That should be the major thing. Then we also need to make sure it gets cleaned up by non-silent attacks. Needs to be defended by magical barriers and so on. This one is stupid. This one too. I want to do this. But can I without? No, maybe we can just add stuff in here first. So we need an ability done. Here. Five seconds for now. Hit is probably important, but I'm not so sure. We also need the RTP, could be 3 seconds. Oops. For now we will say hit, but it will probably be a non-hit. 3 seconds. What else? We need to charge 1 second. And then at 2 seconds we will like apply effect, but for now I don't care. So with this it should do the charging at least, and with the hit it should do the UI update, but of course we don't have them. So let's see, maybe I should change this into a defensive one. Let's do that into Earth, which should be extremely susceptible to these attacks. What am I doing here? Reset competitor 2. Earth. Okay. So we go to air. Now it should do some invisible attack. They didn't get hit, all of them. Only one of them got hit. Right? Oh no, they did get... That's so strange. Also, what? Payload. Why are we looking at payload? Ability animation trigger function. Payload. There's a lot here. What? No, we do have it here. This is 0 maybe, but that doesn't need to be filled. Ah, for ability done we need it, of course. But we have it here. No, we don't have it. Okay, now that should be fine. Maybe we should make that warning better for ability done. If true, else print So now we have to find out why it's not attacking all three of them. We clearly do it here. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I know why. It's because of this. Possible targets. So I cannot just override it. It needs to come from the AI calculation. I cannot do it myself. So whatever I do, this needs to be the possible targets. By the way, does this mean if you have a air attack that does sleep, you do not damage the hull? Okay. This is bad in my design. We can be in a soft lock position if we never can attack the enemy while they cannot attack us. If we have passive abilities that cannot damage, like having a tactic to not attack, having an ability that doesn't need MP to do a passive thing, then maybe I need a command that tells all Orplings to attack. We need to keep that in mind. That's very important for design purposes. This could be a tiebreaker then. But is it okay? Because we are saying we already have these tactic paradigm stuff. And now I'm giving out tactics too, like an attack. Do I need to also add some kind of tactics into the menu? Like use tactic 1, 2 or 3? Oh boy. Let's continue. But this is something very important to keep in mind. Feedback. Milestone 5. Where's our... I guess we'll just carry it around. So now that we know what the problem is, we have to go here. And then check the possible targets. Try random. How do we do this currently? And this only gives us one valid target. We need to check the abilities. Targeting. Do we have it? Target type here. Maybe I should design the hit itself. Maybe that's the problem. Because we are getting the competitor possible targets. There's only one, right? We need to override it. Needs to be whatever goes. Then again, if we are using an ability on our own, should the shield cover it? Probably. What when if it's a physical attack? Does it then jump to the shield instead of to the neighbor? Oh my god, this will be so mind-bending when I implement confusion. This will confuse me. Oh my god. So this is fine. This is not fine. We also need to check if they're alive or not. Which is bad because, oh my god. This is not really clean if you do it like that. Then again, do I really make so many different special cases here? It's probably also not correct, right? Maybe it is. Yeah, I think we will need to do a lot of work on the targeting stuff to make this work. This is just a test one that was only applied for single targets. Now we need to make different thing. So phase through. Is false. Is not empty and not phase through, then it attacks only the barrier. Else single goes in here. And then it rolls for one, right? Here random. Else if multi, we need to add all three and then just send it through. So like this, but without the random. So let's copy that. Possible targets are the valid targets. Don't need the rest. Right now we never attack the barrier if there is no other target. Unless it directly would block our attack. We never attack the barrier if it's a phase through, which is probably not okay. But that can be done at some other point where I have the targeting figured out better. Now let's see if the hit will work. So it works. Now the next step is to make anything that has sleep in it to not act. So how do we do that? Now we have to check when this happens. We need to trace this back until the this part, decide next action, I would say. Let's see what's the root of this. We have it one here. But we also have, okay, this is just, that doesn't matter. So this is for this thing. Choose action and start abilities. We already check confusion here. And I guess for the decide next action, we could check here if it's sleeping or not. Do we go through every orpling here? Or is this a single one? I think this is a single one, right? Here, front orpling goes in here, and then we check it with the battle AI of its thing. This now needs to go to do nothing. So this is probably not enough with battle AI, because we cannot get whatever this guy has from battle AI. Do we need to send in the whole thing? How would this know? We have the owning FE, so we can infer stuff from there. Owning. We even have this, but that's a different thing probably. We are doing it there though. We need the temporal stuff. Break. Find. Sleep. This returns it already there. What is the condition resolve? Oh, okay. So here we would check like stun, sleep, etc. Which can be in here probably. Something like that. Do I need to find all of them? I guess we have to implement it for every single one then. There's probably a better way to do this. If we do an OR, and this is probably bad, we should do a cascading if and then put the most likely status effect on top. That would be more efficient, but I mean, it's probably not that important. Can we say contains key contains? That would also work, but it's the same thing. I think I'm not sure what it does in algorithm terms, but this is just one tick. It doesn't have to do it in multiple ticks, so it really doesn't matter. Customizable tactics, block. If blocking found, we will do something else. False is here. Oh, wait. Does this work? Yes, this still works fine. So now we need to return with do nothing. Decide next action. Do nothing, and we don't check anything anymore. That's fine. So let's see. I would now hope that we will just skip their round. Of course, it's not good to not have the camera on them or something, but that's just polishing. I would assume now they all sleep. And that's it. But we are still locked because it's waiting for something. We need to unlock. So it worked, but we are locked. That's not good. So if we are in second or playing abilities, we do this thing. Ability animations. Can it even do that? What is this? How do we fill that? Here? Yeah, it gets filled in here. one action exists and now it goes to false, which means it should go to round face. Ability anim done gates. And without an ID it should be fine because this is like empty. This will be a problem. It will try to remove something. Is it a problem? Probably not, because from an empty to remove something that's not valid, it will just say false and then just go to the next thing. It's fine. So this should all work. Let's see. They're sleeping now. But there's... Okay, one of them didn't sleep. There was a slim chance of not applying and it happened. Amazing. Maybe the chance is lower than I thought. Oh wait, the middle one is probably easier to avoid it because it's strong. Let's make the apply thing very, 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 very solid. Let's make this always true for now, in order for it to fail. There we go. And divided by 0. What does that mean? I don't know. But we are still locked. We have to see what happens. So I would assume we are ending up here, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's check. Okay, so I assume this goes to false now. Correct. This should just go without problems. It should say true. Reset barrier flags. I don't know what that was. Get camera controller. Divided by 0 already happens. How? Where? Okay. Why didn't it go one further? Where are we now? Excuse me? What's going on? Choose action and start abilities. Divided by 0 happened in here. That's something to keep in mind. So now the problem happens here. It cannot find a sequence. This empty is false, it's not. Oh, okay. Wait. Controller. There is one in here. Global battle, no target 1. But it didn't play. Shit. We are adding the sequence without playing it. So one problem is in here. And usually you would do something like this. Oh, sequence done. Never mind, wait. We need to find out anyway. Divided by zeros in here. What's going on? This thing. Because there are no ARP links, we are now in here and start the sequence. We have to make sure if there is nothing, we need to like make a different phase here at some point. What does this even say? This should be false then, right? I would assume now this is empty too. Where do we add? Oh, wait. Do we add it here? How does it end up in here? Wait, that's not what we are looking for. We're looking for playing sequence register. Which is then maybe here, choose and start battle level sequence. Now we don't do it anymore. And this would then do the thing. Here we are adding it. Okay, then it should be okay now. Not perfectly fine, but... Two hits, and we can play again. Now, I'm not sure if it's getting decayed, but after this round they need to be able to play again. So let's see. So now I would expect them to make the earth one, but no, it's not decaying currently. So yeah, I guess the decay is now our next target. Let's check this first. This is maybe not a good way to do this currently, but it unblocks us. The problem is we have not only have to like switch to a new sequence, we also need to make sure it's listening to the sequence then. So let's add that maybe. No action needs a sequence to show all links are doing nothing. Let's think. Besides that, what is this? Action. Okay, it's clean again. Resolve. Status effects. Now that needs to be implemented, right? We are already decaying in a way. Why doesn't it work? Are we not removing it? Ever? Let's print. Is this a copy? We expect a 2 to reducing to a 1. We get a 2 but reduce it to 2. It's not saving it. The way we are doing it here is not correct. This for each is probably a copy. Would a find work? I don't know. Remember? No. Find. Ugh. Maybe I should do it differently. Oh, what now? Aha, it reduced to 1. Perfect. Which means if I go here and wait for another round, in the next round they should be able to act again. Let's see. There it is. It can decay. Perfect. Alright, with this, our sleep ability works. The only thing we have to now check is if the magic barrier can block it. For this, we need to go to magic, to crystal, I mean. Let them cast a crystal thingy. Okay. And now, since we are in air, this should get blocked by the thingy, but probably will not make any damage. And it doesn't make them sleep too. Perfect. So we probably want to make the shield lose health, but I'm not sure how much. One thing though, don't forget to re-add chance to status effect multi. It is disconnected and always true. So now, since we have our abstract, maybe we can go here. Wait, maybe I can go here and we have our abstract FE. For calculating status effects. Now maybe for waltz we could say, hey, if it's do I get the type of attack? And depending on what type of wall we have, we damage it. Oh man, maybe I'll just do that next time. But what do we do next time? We need to do the effects. That could be a long thing. I mean, we have 2 more days. Maybe that's ideal because I don't want to start the confusion status effect in this week since I will be gone for a week. So maybe we will push it for tomorrow. Do as much as we can, and Sunday we just do a polishing round or any rough edges that are still there we can tie together. Alright, so we have a status effect system in, which now has sleep in it. We have to add more things, but it can decay the things and it can apply them. But that's it for today. So Phil, thanks for tuning in. All the lurkers, thank you, thank you. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, Mikey.